Hi, I'm Norman. A lot of people have been asking me about getting ready for this long run. 100 miles is a really long way. How do you prepare for that? What do you do? What do you need? So I thought today I would go through some of the stuff you need. And for me, I've been a runner on and off for a long time, so things like Runner's World magazine I've read for years and years, and I always enjoy things like that. Lots of articles that are helpful. It's not where you get your information getting ready so much, but it is some of the encouragement and challenge to keep going. Another one is Ultra Running Magazine. I really enjoy this one. Some people that are crazy in their distances. More so than those, for me to get ready for this and learn what to do, books like Relentless Forward Progress if you're looking at being an ultra runner and running lots and lots of miles. This is by Byron Powell. It's really good. Highly recommend this. There's lots of things, everything from schedules, nutrition, water, all the things you need to be careful of. Another really good one is the Field Guide to Ultra Running. Really good. Enjoyed that one. Similar type thing, gives you schedules for how to prepare, how much you should be running each week, getting ready. Nutrition, shoes, blisters, all those kind of things. Another one that I have found invaluable is this one, Ready to Run by Kelly Starrett. This is more injury prevention, works on mobility, not so much stretching, but things you can do to keep your joints in shape so that you don't get injured. My back started hurting when I was first getting ready in October, starting adding more mileage, and this was really a huge help. So those are 3 books that have helped me a lot. I encourage, if you're looking at running really long distances, just a marathon, they might not be quite so helpful, but they've been really good for me. After reading all those and lots of other research online, what I really came up with is a schedule for preparing. I started in October of last year. The first week that I have here is October 14th. That Monday was the start date. And then the actual KO 100 mile run will be May 22nd of this year. So a few months of preparing. I have down 32 weeks. I think that's right, 30 weeks. Actually, I must have started a little earlier. So I have 32 weeks down of preparation for this 100 mile run. And it just goes through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, how much to run each day, when to take off dates. The earlier weeks included weight training and intervals and things like that, although now I'm mostly down to running of 5 to 6 days a week. So the schedule is something I try to stick to as long as I'm healthy and feel up to it. But you gotta have a place to start, and that's where I started. So on to thinking about the actual run and what you need for that. There are lots of things. It's been cold in the winter since I started, so gloves. My hands get cold, so I've used gloves. These are, I'm not sure how you say the name, Injinji running socks. These are toe socks, which I'm familiar with because we live in Japan, but these are special running toe socks. These are great for preventing blisters on your toes, which that's one of the things I've been really afraid of. A lot of people don't make it in runs like this because they get blisters. So running socks, these kind of toe socks, on the actual run itself, I'll expect to go through a minimum of 4 and probably 5 or 6 pairs of socks throughout the run that I'll change. You don't want to have wet feet the whole time. If one pair of socks is not working or one shoe sock combination is not working, you'll be able to change. So probably 4 or 5 pairs of socks, and I've tried to slowly gather some good running socks that work for me. It's been winter, so a light running jacket / rain jacket is something that I've gotten lots of use out of this winter. I also have my favorite running hat. I use that. As it gets warmer, I have this is, I guess, I would call this a toboggan. Many people would call this a stocking cap. This is actually my running hat now that it's getting a little warmer. Knee brace. I've had some light knee issues for years when I would run. More injury prevention, and just, I'm not sure it really does anything, but I feel better wearing it. And then I actually have running specific shorts, and these have the cool little pocket in the back, so it means I can put either running gels or my car keys or an ID or something like that in the back pocket to carry with me. I've had to buy a few new pairs of those getting ready to run this time. I know I'll want to change every say 25 to 30 miles on this 100-mile run, so I try to get a few new pairs. After I run, I know my order for this is kind of out of order. Once I'm done with the run, these are compression socks. These are the same that a lot of diabetics use. When you're done, you put these on. It helps your calves recover from a really long run. Otherwise, your calves get sore. It might take a little longer to recover. So I use those after my longest runs, not necessarily after all the short ones. And then the big thing when you run is shoes. And I have found a new favorite shoe. For years and years, I ran with Adidas. Yeah, Adidas or Asics. Asics. I ran with Asics shoes for years and years. These are Hoka One One shoes. These actually are Bondi 6. These are the maximum cushion shoe that Hoka One One makes. And this is what I'll hope to get probably 50 miles out of the run. I hope to get out of this pair of shoes. I do have another pair of Hoka One One shoes, which I hope will get another 25 or 30 miles out of. And then I have another pair that I hopefully will get the rest out of with a backup pair of shoes. So these are my most expensive running shoes. Some of the other ones we'll be using are the Brooks Ghost 11s. I think I got those for $35. I'm hoping I can get 20 or 25 miles out of those during the run. I'm thinking that I will need to change shoes several times because my feet will hurt, and changing shoes kind of helps them rub in a different place and maybe relieve some of the pain. I'm expecting lots of pain no matter what, so having different shoes hopefully will relieve some of that. And of course, when you run, you got to be cool, so I have my running sunglasses. It'll be a big part of the daytime. One of my fears for this run has been blisters, so basic foot care. Good, clip your nails, sand them down so there's nothing to catch on your sock. And then I have my blister prevention kit here, which I probably will not carry everything in this in my backpack, but I'll have a crew going with me. And this includes quite a few different things. Just a basic, this says skin protection cream. It is for any kind of chafing, so I know for me under my arms, different places like that where you might have skin rubbing skin, that this is very helpful. And then I have this awesome little jar, if I can find it. This, I have no idea what this is in English, but you paint this on your toes, or on the top of your toes where your toes touch, and it forms a little skin, kind of like super glue. Might form a little hard shell, and it kind of helps prevent blisters on your toes. This stuff is great. And then I also will be carrying tape and things like that if I need to tape up and you start to get a blister. So this is my injury prevention and care kit. Also, I'll be expecting to run at night on the side of the road, so safety will be important. Carry a flasher. In all my training, I've used lots and lots of water bottles. I won't carry these with me on the run though. What I will have is a backpack like this. In the front there are pockets. You can put in gels, things to eat, snacks. The back has a big special pocket, and I can carry extra socks and things like that in the back, but it's made to hold one of these. Say a water bladder. This one holds about 2 liters of water. I hopefully won't ever have to run with 2 liters of water. I have found out from the first time I used this, I filled it up and Cameron and I went for a run. This is heavy. Do not want to run with that. It goes in the backpack. Also be running at night, so headlamp will be a vital part of my kit for this long run. This one is really great. It has a cool feature where it telescopes. You can do a spotlight out to a broad beam. Really great for running. It has 2 or 3 different settings of brightness. That will be very important running at night. Then when I'm done running, the other part of my running routine is to have things like this, foam rollers, different kind of rollers where you use them to roll out your legs once you're done. This has helped a lot just with recovering from some of the running and helping your muscles as they just get tight and sore in the day after a run, right after a run, even before a run, to use some things like that. Then the other thing that I had to take away from the dog is the tennis ball, which I've used it for things like rolling the bottom of my feet. have high arches, so rolling under the arches, around my ankles, behind my knees, things like that, to roll out the muscles. So something like that. This was a 50-cent tennis ball from the 100-yen store here in Japan. It works great for things like that. So this is a lot of what I use to be ready for this run. And yes, I'm reminded by my daughter, you have to eat when you're running 100 miles. So I have a little bit of here to show you, but things like raisins, fairly easy to digest, high calorie. One of the things I'm using here in Japan is these gel packs, which are somewhere between 180 and 200 calories per pack. They're also they're liquid-ish, so they provide water as you go to, plus nutrition. Even things like this, these are just little gummies that just provide a little extra energy. So this is about 74 calories. And then as you go along and you really are having a down period, this is chocolate. So I don't actually eat a lot of chocolate in normal life, but I have found on some of these long runs you get really tired and start dragging, and this is 280 calories, and sometimes that's really helpful on the long run. So one of the concerns is nutrition and water as I do this. I have to be able to eat enough to keep going. In some of my longer runs, I've calculated out I've probably burned 3,000 calories in 3 or 4 hours. So to get that back, that's really probably more than you can eat every hour as you're running, but you try not to get too far in the hole. So I need to be eating as I'm running. I'll try to stop 3 or 4 times throughout the run and eat something a little bigger, a more normal meal. My stomach gets a little strange eating just the gels and things like that, but I need to do what I can to maintain nutrition. Water and electrolytes will be a big issue. There are a lot of people in their race because they get dehydrated or because their electrolyte balance gets out. So things like that are things I'm practicing on my long runs. I have 2 really long runs coming up, one of 30 miles, one of 50 miles. Hopefully both of those will be a time to test the last of the nutrition, make sure shoe-sock combinations are all fine. To test before the big event. There's a lot that goes into this, and a lot I've had to try to learn and try to figure out before I do this. So thanks for your interest. I do ask you to consider supporting the Siloam Home for Orphans and Widows. Hopefully this is going to be something that is worth doing for me. I know this is, I don't expect this to be fun, but as a way to bring attention to a place where there's a great need, hopefully it works out to be useful and helpful and entertaining for you. So thanks, and we'll see you next time. See ya.